today is a really big day for AMD, and actually it's a really big day for all PC gamers and content creators and everybody who loves high-performance processors.
Back with another video today. AMD have officially launched their new Ryzen 7 CPUs, their 1800X, 1700X and 1700 processors. All these CPUs feature 8 cores and 16 threads, using simultaneous multi-threading, AMD's version of hyper-threading. With this, they have announced the official pricing of these CPUs and their official clock speeds. At the top, the Ryzen 1800X will cost $500 versus $1,100 for the Intel Core i7-6900K that they are pitching it against. The 1800X also has a base clock of 3.6 GHz, which boosts to 4 GHz. It also has a TDP of 95 watts versus the 6900K, which has a TDP of 140 watts. Therefore, I think it is actually quite safe to assume that the 1800X will be a very good value processor compared with the 6900K. Then, of course, there's the 1700X, which will be sold at $400. AMD compare this with Intel's $450 Core i7-6800K. The 1700X will be clocked at 3.4 GHz base and 3.8 GHz boost, and it also has a TDP of 95 watts versus the 6800K, which has a TDP of 140 watts. So it all looks pretty good so far. Finally, the 1700, which will be priced at $330 versus the $350 Intel i7-7700K. The 1700 will be clocked at 3 GHz base and 3.7 GHz boost, meaning that it has a TDP of just 65 watts, so that's really good, and versus the 7700K, which has a TDP of 91 watts. The 1700 will also be bundled with the Wraith Spire cooler, which will run at 32 decibels. This also happens to have RGBs on it. And clearly AMD understand that you can't own any computer component without RGBs. It's 2017 for God's sake. So, not only do these chips match or exceed the performance of comparable Intel chips, including the 5960X, they are also much more energy efficient, hopefully meaning that they'll also have a lower heat output. This will hopefully stop the joking about how the older AMD CPUs can be used as space heaters. These chips will be available for pre-order today and will officially go on sale on the 2nd of March, so not too long to wait now. I think that it's also worth mentioning that when AMD first announced Zen, they pledged to have a 40% IPC improvement compared to their previous generation. Well, AMD have officially wiped that clean by exceeding their goal and gaining a 52% IPC improvement, which is pretty impressive actually. There are also 82 AM4 motherboards that will be on sale from the 2nd of March, with more to come. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more coverage of the Ryzen release.